Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. I think that we're lucky we're here today. We've had a little bit of snow, but mostly ice, which is really typical for us, which that really wreaks havoc for everyone. And it came home to me. I had a burst water pipe, so I had no water for a couple days. That was not that fun. So it really makes you appreciate running water. So I have it back. Luckily, I was able to get a plumber over here. I called like 7 plumbers, and everyone's just absolutely swamped. So I was able to get a plumber over here today, and yes, I have water, but the roads are still pretty icy. So Bryce and Kevin both were able to make their way over here today. So really appreciate that, guys. Thanks for that. So just a couple things that I'm going to share with you before I get started painting today. I selected a nice wintry scene, which I think is appropriate. But anyway, I hope you're safe and warm and have power and water and everything where you are. So I hope you're nice and cozy wherever you are on the planet. Just a couple things to share. As I was looking through books and sketchbooks today, I came across this guy, and it's 2023. This was my plan for last year. Boy, the year goes by fast. I did make it through, but I didn't even come close to filling this guy up. I did some stuff in here as I was working on Procreate Portrait Workshop, worked on these things. See what else have I got in here? Some sketches, and that's nice. That's January last year. I don't think I made it very far in the year. Let's see, that's still January, February, March, and then that's it. So I hope to do better this year. Though one thing about this sketchbook, I do like these craft sketchbooks. This is B paper, and I love the square. I do think it, as I recall when I was working on it, I felt like it was a little large. So I felt like the pages, it was a little too much real estate to fill for just a day's sketching. So this year, I think I'll grab something a little smaller. And though I like this craft paper, B paper makes a couple of different types of craft paper sketchbooks. This paper has a bit of a roughness to it. It's not as slick. They have another one that's a little slicker, and I kind of tend to prefer that other one because your pen, and especially like a rapidograph or similar fountain pen, kind of catches on the rough paper. So that's my excuse anyway. So I don't think it's a very good one, but that's it. That's what it is. So I'm going to try again this year. Then I had a little reading picked out for today's demo, and I think it's appropriate. This is from The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and this is another like really great inspirational book on creativity. And this little reading is: a professional self-validates. An amateur lets the negative opinion of others unman him. He takes external criticism to heart, allowing it to trump his own belief in himself and his work. Resistance loves this. Can you stand another Tiger Woods story? Well, I guess I forgot that he made quite a few of those. With 4 holes to go on the final day of the 2001 Masters, which Tiger went on to win, completing the all 4 majors at one time slam, some chucklehead in the gallery snapped a camera shutter at the top of Tiger's backswing. Incredibly, Tiger was able to pull up in mid-swing and back off the shot. But that wasn't the amazing part. After looking daggers at the malefactor, Tiger recomposed himself, stepped back to the ball, and striped it 310 down the middle. That's a professional. It is tough-mindedness at a level most of us can't comprehend, let alone emulate. But let's look more closely at what Tiger did, or rather, what he didn't do. First, he didn't react reflexively. He didn't allow an act that by all rights should have provoked an automatic response of rage to actually produce the rage. He controlled his reaction. He governed his emotion. Second, he didn't take it personally. He could have perceived this shutterbug's act as a deliberate blow aimed at him individually with the intention of throwing him off his shot. He could have reacted with outrage or indignation or cast himself as a victim. He didn't. Third, he didn't take it as a sign of heaven's malevolence. He could have experienced this bolt as the malice of the golfing gods, like a bad hop in baseball or a linesman miscall in tennis. He could have groaned or sulked or surrendered mentally to this injustice or this interference and used it as an excuse to fail. He didn't. What he did do was maintain his sovereignty over the moment. He understood that no matter what blow had befallen him from an outside agency, he himself still had his job to do, the shot he needed to hit right here, right now, and he knew that it remained within his power to produce that shot. Nothing stood in his way except whatever emotional upset he himself chose to hold on to. Tiger's mother, Kuldita, is a Buddhist. Perhaps from her he learned compassion, to let go of fury at the heedlessness of an overzealous shutter clicker. In any event, Tiger Woods, the ultimate professional, vented his anger quickly with a look, then recomposed himself and returned to the task at hand. The professional cannot allow the actions of others to define his reality. Tomorrow morning, the critic will be gone, but the writer will still be there facing the blank page. Nothing matters but that he keep working. Short of a family crisis or the outbreak of World War III, the professional shows up ready to serve the gods. Remember, resistance wants us to cede sovereignty to others. It wants us to take our self-worth, our identity, our reason for being on the response of others to our work. Resistance knows we can't take this. No one can. The professional blows critics off. He doesn't even hear them. Critics, he reminds himself, are the unwitting mouthpieces of resistance, and as such can be truly cunning and pernicious. They can articulate in their reviews the same toxic venom that resistance itself concocts inside our heads. That is their real evil. Not that we believe them, but that we believe the resistance in our own minds, for which critics serve as unconscious spokespersons. The professional learns to recognize envy-driven criticism and take it for what it is, the supreme compliment. The critic hates most that which he has done himself, if he had had the guts. That he would have done himself if he had had the guts. Yep, cool. All right. Well, for those of you that are staying on after and watching, the monthly members that are watching the critique stream afterwards, remember this, because you have to take it, criticism, whatever it is, for what it's worth, and with a grain of salt and with grace and professionalism. All right. So today I am going to try to paint with professionalism. And I've picked out something that I think is really interesting and kind of along the lines of some of the things that I've been working on lately. So I think that's good. It's always good to kind of work in a series so that you kind of you're teaching yourself as you go along, and you don't have to, hopefully you don't have to repeat your mistakes. So we'll see about that today. This is in the Canadian Rockies, a trip that I went on a few years ago. So really pretty scene. I'm going to do a vertical composition. It lends itself to that, obviously, with the tall trees. I'm also going to concentrate on the intervals, the rhythm spaces between the trees. I love the little hint of color, fall color. This is actually, it's not even yet winter here. There was a really early snow. So it was very, very beautiful there because then we had the snow and then also the fall color. Also, of course, what's really beautiful about this is the light streaming in between the trees. And so the patterns of light and shadow. That tree that's sort of right in the middle of the composition there has this sort of half light, half in shadow and lit at the top. Also something that I think is making the whole thing really pretty. So I'm just going to get going painting, and maybe some of you are painting along with me. That's cool. So I'm just going to get this. This is a black Conti stick, and it's a little, it's slightly waxy, waxier than pastel, but not much. And so I'm just going to get in. And it's going to go in. Thinking about the gesture of these guys. And make sure I have enough room up here for the tops.
And can you remind us of the paper color again?
This is dark blue pastel matte. There's that tree in the center. Here's the maybe I want a little bit more space than I thought. Right. Right, that's good. And if you visit my Etsy store, you can see quite a few of these pieces are for sale. Sold quite a few, but there's still some. Okay, I'm going to get that fall color there.
you want to talk a little bit about Lux Archival compared to Pastel Mat?
Yeah, so Lux Archival is more of a traditional sanded paper, whereas Pastel Mat's more of a, it's like a cork-based product. So it has they're quite different. I like Lux Archival. It's a nice paper. It's a lot more like, Lux Archival is a lot more like Wallace.
a picture, but
Kevin?
I'm refreshing. We're back.
Okay, good.
since you refreshed.
Oh, boy.
Let's see, we are up.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Sorry, guys. You know, that's technology for you. Everything all at once, right? Oh, boy. Thanks, Bryce. Bryce is working his butt off over here trying to get us going. All right. I tried to resist doing very much. Did a couple little things, but I tried to resist. So it's going pretty nice. So let's see here. Let's see things I want to do in here.
Hey, Bryce. Today is one of those days.
One of those weeks.
One of those weeks, yeah. No water all week. Boy, that was rough.
That's okay. We're unflappable. We can handle such things as this. What? Like what?
Peggy made an astute observation. We'll talk about it after the stream.
What? I want to hear.
Oh, she just
Guys will
mentioned.
lose tech problems.
Yeah, that we do mutter sometimes. It does happen.
Oh, did we say something?
Not this time around.
Oh. I don't think we were cussing. Okay, that's all coming along pretty well. Now I want to get some fun thing. I want to get this tree in. That'll be cool. And get this light on the snow in. What? Did we? It's just what?
Quiet.
Oh. I'm quiet. Because I'm having fun.
Was that the pastels that you're using now, new pastels?
Yeah,
Harder
I'm using
pastels?
some new pastels. I'm using some Giroux for these fine things in here. I want. I'm looking for. Yeah. That's good.
Can you talk a little bit about sharpening your pastels, if you sharpen your new pastels or harder pastels?
I don't really sharpen them. It very occasionally, and most of the time, if I'm going to sharpen them, it's to sign something more than to use it for painting per se. So yeah, I don't. It's not that that's a rule or anything. That's just my habit. Okay, that's all looking good. Now for the really fun part. There's other fun parts, but the really fun part is going to be putting the light on the snow. And I'm going to use a couple different things for that. Actually, I want to do another thing. Make it a little bit more. This is just a different second kind of blue. And I'm going to save the fun part for last because it's fun to do that. um, There's this craggly section in there. I'm not really sure whether I want to put it in or not, because there's a lot going on as it is. So we'll see. I'll decide as I go along here. Whether I want it. Okay, let's put the light in. Turn on the lights. All right. One part I do want this hangs over here like that. Yeah, I feel like this probably does enough. Like I don't really know that I want this in here. It's really pretty, but I think I've got a lot already happening. That's plenty. So I think I'm just gonna keep her simple. I mean, it could be neat to have it come across there. Now I'm changing my mind. No, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. you want to put in. There's some orange in here. And I think that that's kind of just a nice relief from and then kind of right. All right, guys, I think that's pretty close to, I could pick on it, but I don't want to do that. So if you hung in there with us, obviously you have if you're listening to me right now live. So thanks so much. I think that this one turned out pretty nice today. I'm on a little bit of a roll in the studio. It's always a good feeling because it doesn't always last and it doesn't always happen, and that's okay too. But just like the reading, you just gotta like keep going even when it's not, you're not feeling it necessarily. As artists, I think we go through these periods of productivity and relative success, and then other times it's not like that. So just have to enjoy when it's happening and not get frustrated too much when it's not. That's nice. Just it's nice to feel that distance. Just a couple more things in here. Just for good measure. Maybe a couple more. Where's my black Conti? Right. And I will post this on Etsy in a little bit. So if you're interested, check that out. Oh, Kevin already got these. Okay, let's see. Put these on here. So, yeah, it turned out nice. It's a pretty one.
Yeah, it probably won't last long on Etsy.
No, I don't think so.
It's a classic right there.
Yeah, sometimes we sell them right lickety split, which is really fun.
You got to give credit to Bryce for saving the day on the
Yes,
stream.
thank you, Bryce. You totally saved the day.
Those are some real technical difficulties
Yeah.
today.
Well, we had between the plumbers and Bryce and Kevin making it in here every day. I don't know how you did it, Kevin, getting it.
I took the
'Cause
bus.
I know
it
at
was really
even the sidewalks, just even from the bus stop, it's pretty icy. I went out in my driveway. What is it? Day before yesterday?
Yep.
Luckily, I had my phone, and Kevin was out here in the studio editing. And luckily I had my phone in my pocket because I fell, I slid, and I absolutely could not get my feet under. I mean, I could have crawled into the back into the house, but
It was pretty wild out
it
there.
was really wild. So, yeah, but I wasn't hurt or anything. I was fine. So, yeah, it's nuts out here. So. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. Super appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you go to our website, paintinglessonswithmarla.com. We have lots of standalone workshops and different media there, and our Etsy shop as well. So I'll be posting this guy pretty soon, probably within an hour or so. So. All right, and if you guys are sticking with us at 1:30, I'll be doing critique stream. I'm gonna grab a little something for lunch right now, and hope to see some of you there at 1:30. All right, talk to you guys soon. We'll be back with another live stream shortly. I'm not shortly, but within a couple weeks. Okay, all right, bye-bye. Have a great weekend.